Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the 10-Minute Marvel Podcast. Today, we're talking about the latest episode of Daredevil Born Again, episode 6, correct? 2 more to go, as well as then just a few pieces of news and rumors to talk about. So, I got nothing pithy to say today. I'm
Well, I'll
Petter.
step in for you. That's Petter. I'm the ex-boyfriend of Jessica Jones. This is Greg, everybody. Can't promise you that's my daughter, but we'll see. Tests are still out. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for returning. We appreciate you, of course. Yeah, I don't know. We got episode 6 to talk about, rumors, news, all that normal stuff. So here we go. If you're looking for ways to support us, you can find us on our YouTube channel. Search 10 Minute Marvel. Give us a like and thumb smash that subscribe button. Always appreciated. Find and follow us on Facebook and X. Oh, I said it. Shame
Yeah.
on me. That other thing with an X. Hashtag 10MinMarvel there. Again, that's hashtag 10MinMarvel. And of course, you can leave a rating and review wherever you get your friendly neighborhood podcast from. Petter, let's
Yes.
talk trailers.
All
The
right.
thing that
You
the
want
thing that didn't happen.
What are you talking about, Greg? There was a trailer.
Oh, really? I missed
Yeah.
it.
There was a new trailer for Spider-Man Noir.
Oh, I actually did see that. I think I saw that
So
just by chance.
there was a new trailer for Spider-Man Noir that came out a few days ago. At this point, Spider-Man Noir, of course, is going to be coming out mid-May, I believe, on Amazon Prime. So if you don't have an Amazon Prime account, time to borrow one of your friends.
You get it automatically with Prime subscription, everybody. So if you get packages delivered to your house from Amazon, you already get Prime.
Well, assuming that you have that you're doing the Prime subscription. You can still order
Oh,
from
I
Amazon without it.
okay. So for the 3% of people in the world that have that,
If you don't live in a major city, it makes sense not to have Prime because it doesn't go that much faster
really?
in terms
Oh,
of delivery. Yeah, because you're not close to hubs necessarily.
that's a fair point. Okay, well, I'm wrong. I'll just say it once again.
Yeah,
Petter
this
points out all the things I do wrong.
obviously that's what I'm
Obviously,
here for.
favorite
Um,
thing.
yeah, but what do you think of the trailer?
I really liked it. It's got the I was gonna say Luke Cage, Nicolas Cage vibe. It's got that
Hmm.
weirdness. It's kind of quirky. I don't know. I'm gonna I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna probably like it a lot. I'm gonna
I
watch
mean,
it
we're
in
gonna
black and
watch it.
white.
Yeah, we're gonna watch it because we are we're gonna cover it. But I'm with you. Watching in black and white. I'm excited for it to some extent. I think it's gonna be like here's a season, here's a noir type mystery. Cool. I'm real
Hmm.
good with that. And I'll be curious to see if there are more seasons because it seems like it's one of those things you can probably just run back whenever you want with, hey, here's another noir mystery.
Yeah. Is it this? I can't remember. Is it the same writers for from like that did Lanterns or no, it was Lanterns has the same writers as some mystery thing. Perry Mason or shoot, now I can't remember. Never mind. Um Either way, I like that concept if it is going to be kind of that mystery seasons worth of a mystery trying to figure it out. And
Hmm.
I really like the web swinging I saw in there.
Yeah.
I like some of the comedy beats, of course, because it's just Nicolas Cage being Nicolas Cage, which is always entertaining.
Yes. Yeah.
Villain wise,
A number of villains for sure.
yeah. Is it fire or is it electricity? Or is it both?
There's electricity. I do believe there was fire in there as well. By the way, the writer of this did the screenplay for Cloverfield Paradox, 22 Jump Street, Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat Legacy, one episode, Mortal Kombat Rebirth.
Not
So,
doing justice for what I was thinking, but that's okay. I mean, was it 21 Jump Street or 22?
22 Jump Street, the
2020.
follow-up.
Okay, I didn't see that, so still not really going. But the first thing you mentioned, whatever that was decent.
Mhm. Now, there's also more writers, obviously, beyond that as well. Oren Uziel, who's the kind of showrunner for this, worked on all 8 of the episodes and wrote 2 of them. Um, Another one of the writers wrote 26 episodes, or was the producer, showrunner of all 26 episodes of The Punisher on Netflix.
Okay, now we're talking. There we go. Loved the Punisher. All right, I'm back in full,
All right.
full on, 100%. What else we got?
Yeah.
Or
So,
you got more on
the,
that?
no,
Oh,
that's it for that. We have one more piece of news to talk about, and that is that Margarita Leviva is returning in Daredevil Born Again season 3. So, do you know which character she plays, Greg?
Margarita, the mayor? No, soon to be mayor? Assistant?
Nope.
No. Okay, hang on. Margarita. Angela's mom.
No. She plays Heather Glenn.
And Angelina, really?
Margarita
Margarita? Her name is,
Leviava? Leviva?
man, I thought her name was totally something else.
That's a weird name, Greg. Why would anybody name their kid totally something else?
I mean like no, I feel like we've kind of gone over like actual actors' names and like Heather Glenn, Margarita just was not one that I remember. So I thought it was one of the more like sub characters, then again, why would you be asking me about a sub character? So
I
okay,
know.
let's get to
The return
I
of Heather Glenn.
yes, okay. I'm I had some thoughts about this after the episode, and I'll just
Hmm.
dip into
Well,
them just a little bit.
hmm.
There
Without
better
spoiling,
be, without spoiling, there better be some resolve or this better
something
make
gotta
sense.
change.
Something's gonna make sense yeah. So I'm interested to see what happens.
Yeah. Do you want the potential spoiler of what happens? Should we save that for spoilers?
Let's
Or should we
save it.
just do a 30-second spoiler right now?
Let's save it until we're talking Daredevil episode 6 because I have some thoughts just around that too.
Hmm.
Not a ton, but I think it'd be a nice place for it. So
Sounds good. So, rumors here. The first one, Daniel RPK saying that the first Doomsday trailer is going to release soon. We were talking about it a little bit before. I won't be surprised if this releases well, Punisher releases on Punisher special presentation releases on what, the 12th, was it? Um, Actually, I can figure that out here. Yeah, on the 12th. So I won't be surprised if on the 14th of May we get Doomsday trailer.
that makes sense to me. I did kind of say that they can make their own they can write their own rules on this. Marvel can, I feel like. So
Hmm.
I kind of feel like based now that I've heard about this trailer about what happened at CinemaCon, I'm
Hmm.
kind of content. And as much as I want to see a trailer, not seeing a trailer kind of starts it's settled in a little bit for me, and I feel like I'm almost okay with it. And I don't want a ton of more information. I think this is such a big event to me. Like it's going to be hard to be on this podcast and talk about rumors and talk about things that we find out and kind of pick it apart a little bit because I just want to
Hmm.
go down and I want to sit and I want to be absolutely like unaware of anything that I could potentially be seeing in that 2.5 hour whatever movie
Well,
that comes out.
3.5 hour.
Three and a
That's my
half
guess.
hour movie. You know
Yeah,
what I
I'm
mean?
looking at the May movies that are coming out. Actually, I'm revising this. They are going to release the trailer May 20th or 21st because The Mandalorian and Grogu, that movie is hitting theaters May 22nd. So that's a massive Disney Star Wars movie. It makes sense that they would drop that trailer to show in front of that.
So you think that they'll drop it
They'll drop
before
they'll
or
drop
maybe at the
it
movie?
they'll drop it on the 21st because that's when like the it officially comes out the 22nd, but there's always the preview showings, the Thursday shows basically.
Right.
So,
So do you think I would think they would want to do it Friday then? So the people
no,
that go see
they drop it at the same time because
mm,
people who are going to go see it are going to see it anyways. Um and they don't want crappy camera footage being the first like versions of the trailer online.
oh, that's true. Okay. That sealed it for me then. I was thinking, like they probably want people to get in to see the Mandalorian movie, right?
Hmm.
I don't know how excited people are for that on the Star Wars side. I've heard
Uh,
kind of mixed things about it, or at least
yeah.
mixed feelings about it. So getting butts and seats it'd be one way to do it is to just, hey, we're going to release the trailer in the front of this movie. So, but having crappy fan like cell phone footage of it being leaked that night.
Yeah,
That's Liam's house, probably.
yeah.
So it's
I think be a lot of people, and like there's obviously a fair amount of overlap between those two fandoms.
hmm
At the same time, I think that they know that, okay, these are two, like you're probably fine with it being released because there is enough separation between those two groups that they probably wouldn't massively detract from people going. Like there's some people who are going to go see Star Wars that don't care about Marvel at all, and there are people who like Marvel who wouldn't go to see the Star Wars movie just to see the Doomsday trailer.
I could be.
I mean, I probably won't go see the Star Wars movie in theaters just because I don't go see that many movies in theaters. It's basically Marvel movies or like I went and saw a movie in the theater yesterday for the first time in ages because the kid was like, okay, he did a good job on some schoolwork stuff. It's like, okay, you did a good job and you did it without complaining. Without complaining is the huge part of that.
Takes us
Seven-year-olds
after
like
his
to
dad, so I know.
yeah. 7-year-olds like to complain about having to do work,
hmm
which is fair.
Pretty normal, actually.
Yeah. And so we went and saw the Super Mario Galaxy movie.
Okay.
Mhm.
And
It's a movie.
it's a movie. Okay.
It's it's a kids movie, and it's very much knows that it's a kids movie, so has a few jokes for adults, a lot of jokes for kids.
Did he like it?
He liked it a lot.
That's awesome. That's what's
Yep.
important.
That's
Um,
exactly.
yeah, I was gonna say you didn't. You should have took him to Project Hail Mary,
He
but
probably would have liked that too.
uh, I mean, if anything, visually, it's amazing. It's
Hmm.
really awesome. That so yeah, because I don't normally go and see movies outside of Marvel stuff either, just because I'm like you. There's just other things I have to do. So, but I went and saw Project Hail Mary. I went to it by myself because I love that book. I love Andy Weir's stuff, and it was great. It's a good show.
Awesome. So, the other rumor we have for this week, and Greg, I want to hear just your unfiltered at PG,
And
PG
oh,
13,
okay. Dang it.
yeah, reaction to this. From My Time to Shine, hello.
Wait, is this 1980s PG or is this now PG?
No, PG, sorry.
Okay.
Robert Downey Jr. to play both Doctor Doom and Iron Man in the MCU post Secret Wars.
My face is squishy right now. Like I have this my eyebrows went together and I made like it looks like Wolverine's claws in between my two eyes. I don't know if I love that yet. It will I can answer that question. Right now I'll just say I'm not super interested in that. However, I am leaving it open until after I've seen Doomsday. How about that? Because
Yeah.
seeing how what the character's like with RDJ is kind of an important aspect to that answer. So,
Well, I'm going to have a little bit of a stronger opinion on this. I don't care for it. Just because I don't want him, first off, I don't want him playing two characters. That's just going to kind of confuse people. And with how Iron Man was like RDJ's Iron Man arc, what are you going to do? Are you going to run it back again? Kind of play the same thing? I I'm fine with him sticking as Doom, with the caveat of I want to see his performance. But if you're gonna do an Iron Man again in the MCU, recast it.
hmm, as you're talking, I was like, oh God, yeah, I just don't know if I really why repeat, right? Why put him back in the suit? But and then I started thinking, well, do I really want somebody else in the suit instead? Not really. I mean, age-wise, that is a concern, right? Not because I think he looks super old but it, it's I mean
Longevity
he's
of
right,
the
longevity of
character.
the character, right? So, can we get another 10 years out of him? Probably. I mean, he is in a
Yeah.
suit, and honestly, all you got to do is see his face, and then outside of the suit, he just acts normally. So it's not a huge stretch, I don't think.
Hmm.
But I just don't know if I want anybody else in the suit because I don't think you can really replace him. Like, I don't want Tom Cruise. I don't
Uh,
want, I don't know,
I
want Tom
I'm
Cruise.
no, I do not want Tom Cruise. I'm okay with like a young actor um taking that role. Um And honestly, cast somebody who's unknown for it. Like that doesn't make sense in some ways because now you just put all the pressure in the world on their shoulders.
Right.
But I think cast somebody unknown. I don't want some big name. I don't want Timothy Chalamet. I don't
It's funny. I was
want,
thinking him actually, but
yeah, but I don't want somebody who's that big. I want somebody who you're just like, you know what? This is this is your character now, and nobody knows what to expect from you with it. So we're just going to create a character that leans into your strength.
sure.
Now, I can definitely see why Disney would want RDJ back
Oh,
for both those
100%.
roles.
Yeah.
But I think keep it simple. And who knows, maybe it's the other way around. Maybe RDJ returns as Tony Stark. You have Doctor Doom get killed at the end of Secret Wars, and but there's now a new actor playing Doom in the MCU. That probably feels more palatable.
Mm, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I
Obviously,
like that either.
pure speculation all around
Sure.
this, but
It just feels
it,
like you can't, why even do it then? Why, I mean, then it just is all about the Marvel show, like the show of it. And I don't like that necessarily. Like I'd rather have it be they had this really great idea, Downey pulled it off.
yeah,
I don't
I
know.
think for me, like kind of the argument of that I was trying to make is mainly I just don't want him doing both roles. That just seems confusing to me. So pick one or the other. And
Sure.
if I have like a stronger opinion one way or the other, I think I'd prefer to see him keep on playing Doom because I think he's the right age and has the chops to play really well opposite Pedro Pascal and the Fantastic Four group. So in that case, go with
Somebody new.
go go with somebody new for the rest of it. But moving on from that, let's talk about Daredevil Born Again, episode 6. As always, non-spoiler thoughts first. Do you want to go first or shall I?
I'll go. I think you
All
went
right.
first last time, maybe.
I think so.
Um, Again, it's just episodes building upon each other. This one, I feel like, ooh, did
This
I
one you
like it the
feel like
most? I say it was a good episode. It was better than the first three, maybe four, right? Did it top the last one? I don't know, but I think I'm beyond the point now where I am worried about is this going to be good? Is it great? I don't know if I feel it's great, but I still think it's good. I think it was a good episode. It's more in the vein of what I'm looking for. I loved some of the character interactions that happened. Great fight scenes, really fun fight scenes actually, and a decent progression in story as well.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I thought it was good. I have some qualms with it, but we'll get into those later.
Yeah, I have some reservations about it as well, but primarily around characters that we've already talked about that we have reservations with.
Yeah.
In terms of the stuff with Kingpin and Matt Murdock Daredevil, I thought that it continued to progress really nicely, and the Daniel BB stuff, that's the best part of the show in some ways. Like Daniel is so great. And Greg is muted, but he doesn't realize it.
I turned it off. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, I can now.
Okay. Sorry, I adjusted my chair and I didn't want it to be really loud. So, Daniel's great. But Daniel and BB, not my favorite.
Hmm. All right. Well, we'll get into that coming along here. And in fact, we'll just move straight to spoilers. Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. You have been warned. Spoilers.
Wee There it was. Sorry, I couldn't think of one. So I went back to the
Uh,
good old
Wii
London,
U.
yeah, the London fog. Wee Okay, enough of that. And I'm pulling up
We're
my
in spoilers
notes.
now.
Yeah, I like how you just fast track right to it now. Just
Mhm.
hit it, right?
Yeah.
Because what's the point, really? Why not? Let's just get into it.
Should we talk about Buck's kink first? I mean,
Buck's kink. Yeah, right? There's a little
Should
bit
we
of
talk about
S&M
Heather
that
Glenn?
that Buck is so involved with.
Yeah. Should we talk about Heather Glenn?
Yes, let's talk about Margaritaville.
Mhm.
Um, what the hell is happening with her? I do not understand what direction they are taking this person, this character, I guess.
Mhm.
I mean, I get the direction. She's kind of going to psycho mode. Is it needed? No. Is her character needed? Not at this point. Do I want her
Yep.
to just, do I want her character arc to be done? Yes, I do.
And
Unless they
we
have something
already
seriously cool.
and we already know that she's going to be in season 3.
Right. So
So you said you had some ideas, some theories.
I mean, I have said that, she could be, and people have said this, right, that she can be the new muse, but what did I write about her? I think the story is disposable, but
Hmm.
there has to be like a serious payoff coming because for her to show up in season three, uh, I don't know. At this point, it just seems dumb. Her character
Hmm.
seems dumb. I don't know. I'm trying to put my faith in the writers here and that they're going to do something that's good, but I
Yep.
don't see the way out at this point.
All
So,
right. So let's drop into spoilers within the spoilers.
oh my God, it's like the quantum spoiler realm.
Spoilerception. This is fairly wide on the internet at this point in time, but there has been nothing confirmed on it. I suspect that this will be confirmed, and we'll all know this by the end of Daredevil Born Again season 2. But yes, she's turning into Muse, basically.
Hmm. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Wait, you have more to that? Go ahead.
No, no, I don't.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
that's probably the thing and why her character's coming back. That transformation is probably going to be at the end of the season.
Okay. So this kind of reminds me of like the Scarecrow in Batman, The
Hmm.
Dark Knight, right?
Best
Um,
Batman film. Yep.
Yep, for sure. Which can work,
Hmm.
right? It's you have a psychologist or psychiatrist.
Yes.
Psychiatrist, I think is what she technically is. That I just that makes her a unique and interesting character, right?
Hmm.
But the strength aspect won't be there, which is fine. I don't know if Muse had any. Did he have strength in there? I don't think
He didn't really seem to be that enhanced in the show.
he seemed like he could handle himself though pretty well, but
He could handle himself, like, but they explained that with like he had always trained
oh yeah, like martial arts or
martial
something like
arts of
that.
some sort. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess it can be a really awesome character. It's one that is like psychologically manipulative, right?
Hmm.
And especially being that it's an ex-girlfriend of Matt Murdock.
Yeah.
So there is that angle, which does kind of excite me if they go down that route. No, I'm not gonna go there. But I just
It doesn't make what they've done with the character good or compelling for this season. Even with what it's leading up to, it is kind of a lame lead up.
yeah, like that whole sexual thing with Buck, like maybe
Hmm.
maybe it was sexual
It's
for
not,
one but not
it's,
the other, but
yeah, I think I'm, I'm making more fun of it for that than anything else. I think it's, Buck is like, okay, this is an interesting thing. I could maybe, like, I can get her more and more okay and aligned with what the Kingpin wants.
right. He kind of sees an in, but
Hmm.
I think it's more for him. Like that's
Yeah.
his thing, his shtick, and like he kind of wants that, right? So he's just testing those waters, and really what it's doing is just feeding the beast of Heather, and then oh, maybe that's the way Buck goes down. Maybe Heather
Yeah.
takes him out.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm really kind of torn on this one because I
There's
like the
potential.
psychological. Yeah, the psychological aspect is really intriguing to me. However, what they've done with her, it's just not working for me. Right.
Hmm. Do we want to talk then, moving on to, because I potentially have like an idea I want to pitch um, around the other character who really hasn't been used nearly as well as he should have been, seemingly. Matthew Lillard's character.
Okay.
So we got a little bit more of him
Mhm.
this episode. Basically, like, you keep on stealing my weapons. Why are you stealing my weapons? I'm getting pissed off now.
Yeah,
Is that fair to say that that's basically what it was?
right. Like I don't get his position. Like he's working for Val. he's working for the government,
He's working for
but
Langley. Yeah.
but and he's doing this thing with the weapons, which is going to some city that nobody really cares about. Right? He's
Hmm.
trying to get these weapons, and what were the weapons' purpose?
Internationally, yeah.
Is it just really, yeah, is it just international warfare that's happening? He's supplying
Yeah.
weapons, and that's what it is. I don't
I'm
know. It's got
assuming
a
it's like arming some insurgents, trying to create some sort of coup or something, destabilizing part of the world in some
right.
way.
It's like they're trying to cause some destabilization to for political motivation,
Yeah.
right? Uh, and so, but how that
Yeah.
plays in this season and this story, besides just rubbing Fisk the wrong way, I don't know. I can't
Yeah. I
figure it
think
out.
the most interesting line we've gotten about Charles was from Jessica Jones,
Hmm.
where she said that he's been trying to recruit powered people. I'm wondering if this is where we get maybe a Dark Avengers group.
I was same thing.
And it kind of makes sense. The the idea of Heather Glenn becoming a new muse, put her on that team potentially, something
Maybe.
like that, or have her just be a villain that the Dark Avengers can take down and show that, like, to put on that heroic front. I think that like a Dark Avengers, or even just like a, they don't have to call themselves Avengers, but like a dark superhero team as the next villainous group in New York for Daredevil, I think is a nice step. Like a that's a good villain after Kingpin.
Yeah. I don't feel like Muse fits, but
Hmm.
could be an option, right? I mean, was it Hellcat? Is that her name? So let's talk about what our theories would be then of who he has called and maybe who Jessica has talked about,
Hmm.
persuaded. Who did Mr. Charles persuade?
Danny
So
Rand.
Danny Rand, Luke Cage isn't off the table, but doesn't make sense.
Hmm.
Um,
Colleen
then
Wing.
Colleen Wing, she's not really enhanced,
Hmm.
so maybe not. I don't know. Bushman, is that his name?
Bushman, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
that's Luke Cage's brother. So
mhm. What about
Purple Man.
well, yeah, Purple Man certainly is an option.
Oh God, I
Uh,
would love that. I would love
the
to have Purple Man back. But
pretending to be a hero too. I
yeah,
think that would just be great. What about Giancarlo Esposito
mm,
back as Sidewinder?
Sidewinder. Yep. Although still a dumb choice for his character, but
Hmm.
or his him as an actor.
Hmm. But it makes sense why he said that he was going to be in multiple things.
True.
And he's an actor who does TV as well as film. So it's not like it's a step down
Yeah.
for him.
I honestly think I think that Hellcat, whatever her name is the most likely. Danny Rand is a weird choice and doesn't really fit.
Mhm.
So, and Luke Cage, I don't know why he would go to that side of the government after.
Yeah. What about characters like Zemo?
Yeah, but so yes,
Scar?
could
Please
be.
no, but no, I'm not even gonna say please no. Like that would just be an interesting choice. I was gonna say Thunderbolt Ross, but I think, yeah, I mean, I guess Harrison Ford has been doing TV recently, and if it's basically just CGI and he has to come in and record some lines, probably be fine with that.
I think Neil Blonsky would probably be more likely though, like
Hmm.
Abomination, since
Yeah,
technically Daredevil to Jessica Walters to
yeah,
Abomination, it's only what 3 degrees of separation there.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I think there's
yeah.
definitely some villains that could be. I'm trying to think. I don't think we're gonna see well, it's not Brainiac. That's DC.
Oh,
Um,
from
the leader. I
yeah,
don't
there
think
you
we're gonna
go.
see the leader, but yeah, there's definitely some villains to work with. And the thing too is like, okay, Zemo. Zemo's not gonna be like, I'm Baron Zemo. He's going to, ooh, actually, here's the perfect one, Bullseye. Bullseye
Oh,
comes out as the
sure.
new Hawkeye for
And
this
he
team. That's
yeah, and
comic accurate.
true. And he's also set up for season 3.
Hmm.
So, because on Brandon Davies' interview with him, he had already talked about we're starting to film season 3 soon or something like that. So,
Hmm. Well, and the character right now thinks that he's trying to be a hero in his own very violent way.
Yeah, it's a weird mimicking thing that he's
Mhm.
doing. Like
And
he's
so
just
that's like perfect for Thunderbolts or
yeah, he's
for
just an
Dark Adventures.
he's an unsettled like psychologically he's just kind of lost and he doesn't
Hmm.
so okay, so you talked about this could be a thing for next season, right? So
Hmm.
makes me kind of there's also been some images of Fisk with the big beard,
Yep.
trench coat, right? So my another idea, since we are getting Brand New Day and the Hand showing
Yeah.
up there, could they be kind of revisiting the story of resurrecting a certain character that was just lost by Fisk? Like, would Fisk and the Hand, so Fisk uses the hand because he wants the hand to resurrect, I should say, resurrect
Hmm.
his wife. He's to that length. It's a little bit comic booky, which
Yes.
but it's like I don't know. You kind of get the hand coming from this movie and bringing it to Daredevil where it had been before, and then that keeps Fisk in the game. Him pairing up with the hand, which he can kind of do. They could kind of have that more of like a hidden story in there.
Yeah.
And he's just desperate for Vanessa to come back. So I don't know. It's a thought. It's a theory. Plus, I mean, Fisk is not going to be running a city, or he's not going to be really up on the top of the chain anymore of command
Yeah.
in the city gangster life. So I could see him doing something more behind the scenes, working with the hand, and the hand is more menacing in the forefront of the.
Yeah. Yeah. Hand definitely would be interesting as well. I feel like if they're going to do that, they can't just rely on Spider-Man Brand New Day to set that up. I think that they would have to draw up a hint of something
But
at the end of season two.
but they have had it. The hand was in season 2 or 3 of the Netflix.
Right. But they'd want to reintroduce them, I think. I don't think they want to make the assumption that people are just gonna put that together like, oh, the hand is back for a Daredevil thing.
Trying to think what was behind D'Onofrio's character in that image. There's some stuff on the wall, but
Yeah.
oh, was it the new mayor? Was it
I think so. Yeah, there was something with the new mayor
yeah.
on there, if I remember correctly.
So I don't know. I could see like them dropping a boop handprint somewhere in there, but I don't think that's
Hmm.
actually. All right, moving on from that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's let's tackle the this BB Daniel thing that you
Hmm.
I I did not like the direction this took in this episode. I don't like that. I can't tell whether BB is like super smart and wise and foreshadowing the whole thing that Daniel kind of was doing the setup, and
Hmm.
whether she's just smart enough to not fall into that and
I don't think it was that. I think that while she has been using Daniel as a source to get information, that she also cares for him as a person. And this moment of her going into the bedroom and kind of looking around, she got a view, she got kind of like that real solid reminder of like, no, this is just like Daniel's just another person with hopes and dreams and ambitions and all of that. And I've betrayed his trust on a number of things before, but this one, he really confided it in me and he really laid it on that I can't. Like, this is the biggest thing that he shared with me in confidence, and I'm not going to break his trust.
that's all valid. And I
Thank you.
and
I notice.
And, but I mean, like, it's maybe this is just what I don't want from the character. I don't want her to be that naive. And the fact that she brings us up at a funeral, right? Or a wake or
No,
something like that. Where was she originally asking about going to his mom's house for his birthday? I thought it was at
it
something with
was
Vanessa. I thought it was,
it was
well,
I think
it was after the
shortly
funeral.
after, yeah.
So I feel like she's a reporter and journalist at heart, like and at the depth first. So she's playing the angle the whole time. And so if she's
I don't think she is.
see, but and I can see where you would not, because the story definitely kind of hints at how she's a little bit, taken back by Daniel and be like, wow, he's kind of actually is kind of fun to hang out with. And she, but to it just, I think she's still a reporter and journalist at the core of her. So I think they're gonna make it seem like that she was interested in and everything, but I think she really was on the defense, knew that she had to divert his attention, and so she, in almost a really maniacal, evil way, played into it and tried to kiss him just to take him off the scent. So because
I don't.
I think the writers want us to know that she's that good, like that she's just like her dad was, and really good at what she did. Whether she took it too far by, kind of abusing her and Daniel's friendship, that's unfortunately the lengths that she's willing to go.
And see, to me, like that would be an interesting thing. It's also, and it could be actually that could be an interesting thing because that is something that she and Daniel could bond over. Both of them trying to live up to kind of the expectation of the father or the
Oh, another
uncle.
mirroring situation.
Right. Because that's kind of how Daniel has talked about it a little bit. And for both of them realizing that they've taken it too far
Yeah,
and that they're hurting people that they actually care about because it's all about the getting power or reporting the news.
right. I don't, yeah, and I don't think that she doesn't not like him, but I think that she's willing to put her journalism in front of those feelings. And so
Mhm.
I don't know.
Now, the one part that I will say I did not love about their interaction was at the end where Daniel accuses her of like being the person, like, what's this SD card? She's a reporter. Like, this is, she's a reporter who does videography. Daniel knows all of this.
I think he
Like,
also
did,
knows that yeah, she's doing the underground king, whatever they
yeah,
reports. But right,
yeah.
like it's almost they wrote it. The writers almost wrote it forgetting that he doesn't know. I mean that I can't. How do I say this? They wrote it in like almost the wrong headspace. Like they've already assumed that Daniel knows exactly what's going on,
Hmm.
sort of thing, and maybe he does, but.
Yeah, because I think there were really good emotional lines there where he's like I'm scared for you because I don't think I can protect you from Buck anymore. And that's really good writing.
Mhm.
That's great character development for his character.
True.
But then yeah, there's just other elements where it's just like this is this is kind of poorly written.
Yeah. Almost like he knows the video. He almost when he knows what's on the SD card. So it's
Yeah.
almost like they had filmed something that he was on, like, and he saw the SD was on there somehow, and
Hmm.
he knows, but technically he doesn't know, and he's
Yeah.
just so I don't know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to like focus in on. I can't quite. I could get it out.
Yeah.
So
I'm 100%. Yeah. That part just didn't work for me. But I think like I've liked the rest of their relationship because both of them are trying to use the other a little bit.
mhm.
But both of them are now trying to both of them also like the other person, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like as more like as a friend or more. It doesn't really matter. They have developed a relationship that now they have to figure out how that works.
And I like. I like the fact that if that's the case, if that's what's happening, and you have these two people that are willing to sacrifice kind of their heart with their careers, I like that, but I don't like them. I don't like BB just saying, "Oh, I care about you now, and I'm gonna make out with you," because
Mhm. Oh no, like
it just
that
it was
was
too weird. It just
that
it
was
wasn't sold for me.
mhm. That I think was her being like, I know something bigger is wrong. I need to try and like
Yeah, diversion.
yeah.
Okay. I got a lot of like random notes here. Let me just drop the
Can
first of
I
all. Yeah, go
Okay,
go.
go for it.
It's fine. Oh,
Okay, I was going to say one thing that I didn't love from this episode was Powell and that one agent, or I guess whatever you want to call him.
oh, yeah.
being like,
mole in the.
yeah,
Yep.
being like, hey, I know you're the mole. You lost your card. Therefore, it has to be you, and I'm gonna shoot you and kill you.
Yeah, that was a little bit
They needed to
little
have used him
loose.
as a mole a few more times or something.
Yeah, something to give up his ghost there, other than
Yeah.
just, hey, you lost your card. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so being on the topic of Powell,
Yeah.
he's pretty overly confident, right? He seems a little bit
Hmm.
overconfident. Maybe that's a power trip. And so I'm going to ask you, this is just, it's a long shot, I know. Do you feel that Powell has earned some sort of power? And I'm basing that upon the Jessica Jones hit, not, right? But I understand why it also could, she just lost her powers as she'd been. In that with her and Matt's conversation, how she mentioned that, she's had some weirdness happen with her powers. So definitely, and most likely is something like that. But when she smacks Powell in the face, and it doesn't really do much to him at all, like it's barely even a, his head doesn't even like whip back. It seems like he has some sort of powers, a little bit. And you're going to say, no, that is not true. I can see it in your face. Nobody else can see it in his face, but he's looking not likely.
I, I will say if Powell does have powers, and he's gotten powers from somewhere, and there's been this assumption that like the Punisher special presentation has to, in my opinion, has to have something to do with the Vigilante Task Force. Because if it doesn't, it's the weirdest setup from the end of season one to no Punisher being in this to the special presentation coming immediately after this. So I think that that would be interesting. Powell has gone rogue somehow, gotten himself powers of some sort, and is the one uh, AVT agent kind of left standing at the end. But now just on that power trip of, well, Fisk couldn't make it, the rest of the guys couldn't make it, but I'm still now like the true Punisher because I have powers. I have everything. I think that could be interesting. I don't think it's likely.
Yeah. I was just trying to see if there was anything on the webs about the character. Is he in comics at all? I don't, is he, or is he just
Um,
written for this show?
I think it was just written for this show.
Okay. I don't know. It's, I got plenty of things to mention. I was just kind of curious if you had some thoughts on that. So,
Hmm.
um,
No, I mean I do like what you said there. Though it's like this is got to do something with him.
I know, right? It just, especially, I feel like if the Punisher special presentation is gonna come down to anything or anybody, I feel like it's gonna be Powell
Yes.
and Punisher, right? So he's got to have a little bit of an upper hand, and otherwise, I feel
Hmm.
like it's just an absolute. Frank's gonna just destroy him. But
Yeah.
that also seems more of a. It seems more of a personal inner peace kind of thing in the special presentation. So
Hmm.
it's a personal battle almost in that. So I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, it's like I'm excited for the special presentation. I do have some concerns about it just from the standpoint of we were really set up to be like, okay, the special presentation is going to have something to do with the task force and Fisk and all that jazz based off of season one. And now after one trailer, I'm just like, I got no clue because this is going to be what, an hour?
I think it's going to be an intense hour. I feel like
I
I'm
think
really
it
still thinking this is going to be great. I think it's going to be intense and it's going to be really
it better
heartfelt.
be an intense hour.
Yeah. It's gonna be heartfelt, and I think that yeah, I think he's gonna I think he's gonna kick the anti-vigil. I, along with many others I know, cannot say that thing, that stupid name.
Anti-Vigilante Task Force.
There we go, the
Greg,
AVTF.
what's difficult about this at all?
All the words, all the words. Okay. I want to just make a mention of the Daredevil suit.
Hmm.
Are you seeing the chipping away of the paint? I feel like we're going to be going back to red next season, which I think has maybe even been determined. But I think it's just an interesting little thing that they've added. How the black is slowly getting chipped away, and you can see the red under.
Hmm. Well, to me, it feels like it very much is in line with kind of the struggle of this season is, and that they should have leaned into more. I
It's
will say they should,
symbolic. Yeah, for
right.
sure.
Like they should have made him consider, like when Karen's talking about, like, well, maybe we do have to kill him, sort of thing. Should have made him consider that. And I don't feel like he was ever really in that dark place.
Right?
And
Yeah.
so it it chipping away to getting back to Daredevil of like that would have made the Foggy interaction with Matt, like that flashback sequence, even just that much more impactful.
hmm the emotional struggle that he goes through in the first couple seasons on Netflix
Hmm.
is you can feel it way more than what you have felt in these first two seasons. Like that
Yeah.
struggle, that inner struggle is just not there. And it would add so much more. And you don't need a ton of it, but just plant some
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah. And I do think like the first season had a really good struggle of can I even put on the suit again?
Yeah,
Like
sure. I'll agree.
I don't know that I can do that. And then he puts on the suit again in the end. He saves Heather for better or worse. And then yeah, there just hasn't been anything. Like I don't know what they could have done massively differently. They just had to put him in a darker spot, I think, for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna switch gears again.
All right.
I want to talk about the Daredevil and Fisk fight a little.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the highlight of the show for me. Well,
Yeah. Uh,
thinking back actually.
your
I give it
highlight, I know, is Heather Glenn choking
I mean,
Buck.
it was pretty hot, right? Pretty hot. Um, I maybe it wasn't the highlight. I would say the highlight for me was actually the outside of the courthouse or wherever that was, and they started having or they set the projectors up and they were doing the videos. Well, what was on the SD card, probably.
Yeah, so the city hall.
Yeah, that scene. I thought that was a really great scene. Fight scene wise, I thought that the Daredevil Fisk fight scene was pretty awesome.
I agree.
The knee to the face and the way they shot that, D'Onofrio, his how he moved his head to that was, I don't know, it looked really epic and comic booky, and it was cool. I really liked it. And Matt dodging those punches. I mean, I don't know, it was cool. It really hit hard, and it wasn't like, hey, they're in the same room and then bam, they go. There's a conversation that happens, right? And then they go at it. I thought that was a really cool way to go about it because I don't know, you don't just put those two in the same room without having a conversation, I feel like, first.
Mhm. Yeah, and I really like the conversation that they had. And this again leans into what we're talking about with kind of Fisk's motivations. I think Fisk knows that the right thing, like the best thing that he could have done in that moment, as everything starting, his kingdom's kind of starting to crumble around him, would be just to walk away. But he can't.
Right.
Like it is, he is so angry in this moment and has just had so much hate and rage built up because Vanessa is dead that he can't walk away.
Right. And it is ingrained in his brain so heavily with his dad and his dad's attempt to like run for mayor or whatever,
Hmm.
right? It's such a twisted, impactful moment for him that it's a must. Like there's no walking away from that for him. So, yeah, I don't think neither of them can walk away from their city, right?
Yeah.
But it's an interesting concept of, hey, I'll leave if you leave. I don't
Hmm.
know. So, well done. Good writing there.
Yes.
That's been the highlight for me. Um,
And I did, I'm with you. I liked, with the exception of Paul shooting the one guy and being like weapons free, and that North being like, what are you doing, buddy?
yeah, like
There's too many things going on this season that they needed to give more depth to.
as long as I think they maybe come back around and like North maybe has a
North
little bit
has
of
a change of
redemption,
heart.
yeah, a
Yeah.
redemption of some kind,
Hmm.
they plant that now and it pays off later. As long as I kind of know that they're doing some of that stuff, then I think this settles it better.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah. I think there's a decent chance like North will, because obviously now it's all weapons free. Um, I think this is where Angela is going to become the White Tiger in this next episode. And I could see Powell going after her and North saving her. So it's like, okay, he killed her uncle,
Hmm.
but now he realizes how things have gotten out of control and wrong, and maybe even sacrifices himself to save her.
Did North killed
Yeah,
Victor, or Powell
yes,
killed Victor IO?
North.
Oh, he did.
Hmm.
I thought
Hector
it was
Ayala.
Powell.
No,
Hector,
North
thank
killed
you.
him, and it was Hector Ayala.
Oh, I thought it was Powell the whole. Okay, yeah. Could be, yeah, a redemption arc there. Okay, here's my final question.
Yes.
Powell versus Karen. Who wins in a fight? In the fight. I do you think, well, no, we'll just keep it at in a fight. This is not enhanced. Powell is not enhanced. I'll just put that as a
I mean,
disclaimer. She's been working out, right?
she's
You
been
see,
working out. I think that, but Paul also, I guess, does she have a gun on her? Like
uh,
right now, Paul has a gun, but I feel like she probably has a gun.
she's got one tucked in her stocking.
Yeah. So I just, I mean, comic book wise, Karen's gonna win. Like that, not necessarily kill Paul, but actually, you know what? Have her kill Paul. Have her take Paul out, and that gives you an interesting court legal
Ooh,
twist for season three.
Matt has to defend Karen.
Hmm.
Oh, I like that. I like
Or
that.
Matt can't defend Karen because they
Oh,
are too entwined, and so he has to lean on
Jessica Walters.
no,
Oh,
McDuffie.
oh.
He has to
uh,
lean on his partner from his law firm,
Kristen.
Kirsten McDuffie, I believe.
Yeah.
I think that that would be an interesting thing because that gives Matt a internal struggle again. He wants nothing more than to save Karen, who he loves, but she's in jail and he can't be her lawyer.
And then she gets a drug problem and goes to Mexico and then rats out Daredevil actually is.
Exactly.
It's just a little
Yep.
bit of flip-flop, right?
Hmm.
I perfect. That's and then Karen's out. Like then I probably
Hmm.
read her out of the script. But
Yeah.
uh yeah, there we go. Karen wins. And then we get a great season three of some courtroom drama. Yeah, Kingpin's on the rise, but by the hand. Vanessa's trying to be resurrected. Karen's on trial. It's the making of a great season.
I mean, I'm not sure about the hand, but imagine like Matt is so distracted that he isn't noticing the rise of this Charles-led superhero group.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. It could be the Dark Avengers too.
Hmm.
Insert Dark Avengers or the hand,
Yeah,
whichever.
not both, but
Whichever one floats your boat more. So,
yep.
all right, there we go.
All right. Well, tomorrow the penultimate episode comes out. I'm gonna. Do you think that this episode or the finale is going to be better?
Um,
Because sometimes the shows have had finale problems.
yeah, I think. Oh God, yeah, that's a tough call. I don't know. I think dramatically the last episode is going to be, but for action wise, we're going to see tomorrow night's episode.
I think that tomorrow night's episode is going to be better, but action-wise, the final one's going to be. Because I
Mm,
think that's where we get really are going to get that last face-off against like Matt and Fisk facing off again in some way, and then maybe maybe the like ooh surprise cameos of Danny Rand and Luke Cage with Jessica Jones and Daredevil to like go finish taking down the remainders of the anti-vigilante task force sort of thing. It feels more actiony. It
okay.
the finales tend to be more comic, like the third act action thing. I hope that it's in some ways the other way around.
Yeah. I'm also kind of wondering where we see the flip from Bullseye from like this I want to help like now to hey the scales are now even again and I'm coming after you kind of like what is the trigger
Mhm.
for him to go after Daredevil. And it's got to be something where Daredevil must take his freedom or like he ends up in a mental hospital again or something like that where he's fighting for his mind and his body to get that back. So I don't
Mhm.
know. But I'm curious to see where they land with
Yeah.
the bullseye.
Well, and if they do a Dark Avengers sort of thing, does it have to flip this season? I think it could just be a flip, like, or actually not even a flip, because I think that Bullseye's in a really weird spot of he thinks he's a hero, yet he's not remotely interested in giving up killing.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you keep him in the same, we'll say, quote unquote, stable
Right.
mental stability that he would work really well in a Dark Adventures because he's wanting to help, but
Yeah.
not remorseful for killing whatsoever. So,
Right. And he doesn't have a moral compass of, is this actually helping? Somebody just somebody like Charles can use that so easily of, hey, you're one of the good guys, and I need you as one of the good guys to go take out this situation. And he's not going to question it.
right,
He's just going to go in there and kill and be like, hey, I did a good thing. And then there's eventually another break of, well, I was being used and manipulated by Charles. So I don't care about the scales. I don't care about the balance anymore. If they're just going to use, if he's just going to use me to kill whom he wants me to, then why shouldn't I just do it on my own and pick who I want to kill?
sure. Yeah, he's still a psycho. So,
Hmm. Yeah, but with that, thanks so much for listening. Hopefully, you had fun talking about this. I know that I did. I'm really glad after the first 3 to 4 episodes that we've reached a point of, hey, there's a lot of really fun stuff to talk about here.
yeah.
Because boy, was I worried. Come back again next week where we will be talking about the next episode of Daredevil Born Again, as well as, of course, news and rumors. Greg gave a few ways you could help support the podcast at the beginning, and I just want to say yet again, thank you so much for checking it out. But with that, we will see you next time.
Take care, everybody. Bye.